This with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose with cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route that's seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good, I'm evil. I ain't been clean since Eden. It's a war going on outside. Make you put your hands on your head like the Macarena. That's why I gotta watch my demeanor. You know they locking up blacks and Latinos. It's the same old game, ain't nothing really changed but the mileage on the meter of the Beamer. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose with cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. I can do this with my eyes closed. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose with cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route that's seen it. I'm so outspoken.
Welcome in week 8 Sunday morning fantasy football live show. I'm your host, Ben Hassel. I'm joined by a new guest. I'm joined by Matt this week on Sunday morning. Never before has Matt joined on a Sunday morning. So this is a big deal. Nice surprise for the viewers. A lot of viewers coming in early with the good mornings. If you're in here, drop a good morning in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors, Owners Box Fantasy. We're going to be once again building a lineup probably like halfway through the show for Owners Box. We've been doing it the last few weeks at Owners Box. So head to ownersbox.online. Use promo code KARMA for your $500 deposit match, free DFS entry, free Lightning lineups entry. I'll be giving my Lightning lineups pick out in our Discord. You can access that for free as well, dfskarma.com/chat after the stream. But Matt, we haven't really, I mean, we've talked, but not on a podcast. So what's your thoughts on the slate here while people start dropping their questions in? Lots of good mornings in the chat. That's what I like to see. What's your thoughts on the slate and how are you attacking it?
I think it's an awesome GPP slate, man. I think that as usual, a lot of the chalk is kind of centering around a core of players, which is just, what's to be expected of this industry as of these last couple of years. So that's fine. I mean, there's always money to be made in cash, but certainly this is like an unreal GPP week. You see that a lot of the values in running backs, so the upper price running backs are just largely going to be ignored. We'll talk about some plays up there that we're pretty excited about. I think that, you can say the same thing about wide receivers. A lot of the guys up top are going to be steamed, but not all of them, just some of them. There's guys up there that are amazing plays that the industry is just not going to play. So just an awesome opportunity for GPPs, a lot of great plays in single digit ownership that if you get them right, you can absolutely print today.
Yeah, I agree. I'm only playing 3 lineups today. I've kind of been playing more the last few weeks, but I only have like 3 this week. So for the people that don't know, how many lineups do you typically play a week, Matt? I think the people would be interested to know that.
Yeah, I mean, so assuming it's not an MME week where like I'll throw 150 in, I usually do that maybe a few times a year, which this week is not one of those weeks. It's typically about 5 lineups, 5-6 lineups. Most of the volume, typically like 60% of the volume, is centered around my main lineup, which is my high dollar, like the game changer, GPP, $1,500 buy-in GPP, and like a few other single field stuff. And then it's also my cash, but I'm weird. I only play 20 to 30% max each week in cash, which I know you're probably flipped. Are you flipped like a 70% cash to 30% GPP, or what's your typical split?
Yeah, this year's been a little bit different because for so long I was like mainly playing one lineup, but I've been like 60% cash this year, and then the rest on tournaments. But my cash team, I don't really play a ton in tournaments. I'll throw it in something like just in case, and it has done well a couple weeks. But I've kind of just really been trying to hone in on like winning head-to-heads and like the cash games, and then I'll just worry about like the other 40% I put my tournament teams in. So I don't really play my cash team much in tournaments. I just played in the head-to-heads and like double.
And you play like pure cash. Like I'm kind of more like AC, where we kind of do that hybrid thing, which we kind of gave him shit for that like concept of hybrid, but it kind of makes sense when you're the type of players that we are, where we don't do that much in cash, So yeah, it's a little bit different, but yeah.
I think that of all the sports, I think that I don't want to say like the easiest, but I think like the biggest edge in like the low dollar cash games is in NFL as opposed to NBA or MLB, just because there's so many people that just wake up on Sunday and like make teams, and it's always going to be that way. But anyone that's playing basketball or baseball every day, like they're paying attention because it's such a grind.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Start dropping you guys questions. I see some of them coming in, so we'll go through those. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll build this lineup halfway through the stream. DraftKings cash games, Barkley or Jacobs. I think if you're picking one of them, it's Jacobs, but I probably wouldn't play either of them, right, Matt? Or do you agree with that?
Yeah, in cash, I don't think so. I think Barkley's exciting for GPP. I think Jacobs is just kind of a tough price. I mean, yeah, his role is unreal. It's a good environment, good matchup, but like that 70, he's a good, 1,000 to 1,500 above a lot of the guys that we're trying to get to in cash. Your Pollard and Mostert and Walker. Yeah, so I think neither in cash.
I do think Jacobs is going to be I think he's going to be owned. I haven't figured it out. I don't currently have him in my cash build, but I have like a 2v2
Mhm.
with him without him. So I'm trying to
Okay.
figure it out. I don't know. I do think he'll be owned, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
he certainly could. I mean, these last few weeks, though, man, you attacked the Saints via the pass. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just giving it up to everybody. They also had the lowest pressure rate in the league. That's something that certainly, you know, an O line that's not great like Raiders is going to appreciate. They're losing all their secondary. I mean, they're literally on, you know, second stringers across the board. I mean, even into this safety position now. No Lattimore. They're losing people every week. I mean, this is I think it's a blow up spot for Devontae. I am playing him in my main lineup. I'm pumped about that. So that's a little bit of natural leverage off of any Jacobs ownership that might be there.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Scott asks Wandale Patriots or DJ Moore Commanders for cash games. I think you just play the second one.
Yeah, in cash. Yeah. Mm.
I think so, Matt. I don't know. We get a lot of cash questions on this show, so just be ready for that. But I think Wandale's a good tournament play. I do like him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, totally, man. It's going to be a little bit of rain out there. They're going to be looking for short passes. If you watched his tape on last week, I mean, dude, they're doing bubble screens to him. They're doing little pitch passes. You know, just getting him the ball in space. I mean, that could be really good against a secondary like Seattle, which after losing Jamal Adams, they're brutal. I
Yeah.
definitely have Wandale in like 2 of my 5 GPPs, I think. So
Yeah, I think he's gonna play. And they drafted him so high, like it was kind of clear that they were gonna like use him. I think. I mean, they overdrafted him, and then he was like immediately getting talked about as like a starter when they got to like OTAs and stuff. He just got hurt,
yeah.
obviously.
Well, plus they
So
just traded off. They just traded away Kadarius Toney
yeah,
too. I
and
mean,
and
not that
yeah,
Tony was playing, not that he was playing, but that they were a similar type of player.
yeah. There's
I think he
similar
was really
players for
committing to
sure.
him. Yeah,
Okay, what?
someone asked
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Jelani Woods and cash for FanDuel, or maybe not cash, but Jim says FanDuel Indy tight end Jelani Woods. Any thoughts? I mean, no thoughts
Yeah,
there.
no.
I think you
People,
can't play him. He's in a yeah.
I don't know if it's because people are playing Ellinger or there was people in Discord this morning asking me about Granson because
Yeah.
I guess he went to high school with Ellinger or something. But like
Yeah.
Indy plays like 3-4 tight ends. It's just like if you want
Yeah,
to
you can't
take a
get
shot on one of those in like the Millie Maker or something, okay. But
yeah.
I wouldn't be like seriously considering those guys, I don't think.
Yeah. Same.
DraftKings cash 3v3 Hill, Kamara, Moreau if Waller's out, or
Oh,
Henry
Waller was
St.
ruled
Brown.
out.
Oh, he was out.
Waller was
I
ruled
was
out,
I,
man.
I
That's
saw we were
yeah.
waiting for that news, but
Or Henry
just
Amonra
getting ready to
Fant.
hit.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, we
yeah,
got to
yeah, okay.
remember that. Yeah, we got to remember the Fant idea was based on one or both of Lockett and Metcalf missing. Sounds like they're
Yeah.
both going to play.
Well,
And Fant is in a tight end, a 3-man tight end.
I think in general you don't want to fade Tyreek in cash, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. I like
So
the first
I
one.
would
Yeah.
I would be playing that first one. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. What do you do?
Moreau's a bad play. Moreau's not a bad play, but for whatever reasons, New Orleans just like good against a tight end. But I mean, that could be just schedule driven. Moreau
Yeah.
will play all the snaps.
I was
It's a good
gonna
play.
ask you, what do you think about Moreau at 31 versus like Freiermuth, who's like 39? If you could find a
39.
salary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's offense. Freiermuth's a better play, but that offense is trash on the road in Philly. I'd be playing Moreau if looking at those two.
Yeah, I think it's probably Moreau too. If you're choosing one of them. Yeah, dude, the people are loving that Matt's on the video here. This is great.
We're here, baby.
Is it a 3 running back week for cash? I think so. There's so many good running back plays. So many good running back plays. I mean, you have
Yeah.
Pollard. Pollard's like a lock for me. I would probably. How many do you have 100% Pollard or no?
So I went from 180. I took him out one of my 5, and I got free a Walker. I literally had no Walker. I had so much Mostert and Pollard. And I'm like, oh
That's
God.
saying something considering you are a Michigan State alum, right?
Dude. tough day to be a Michigan State alum, today. But
Yeah, no
no,
kidding.
I had no Walker. I had a panic attack, and I took out I took a Pollard, I think, out of that lineup. But yeah, I'm so high in Mostert this week, dude.
I think I would have to play 10 or more to not have Pollard on a team.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bad take, but it's just
I'm weird though. Like I'm not even back some cash, man. Like I just switched from so I had a 2v2. Again, my cash is a hybrid thing. My 2v2 I swapped. I had Walker and Alec Pierce, and I swapped to min price Van Jefferson, who's saying he could get 90% of the work.
Mhm.
Walker and to
Yeah, that's
Van Jefferson and DeAndre Hopkins.
So we should talk a little bit before we get to some of these questions. We should talk a little bit about Van Jeff because I think he's a great play at minimum price, and it's like I can't figure out what to do with it. I think he's a great play for tournaments. You're not playing him in cash, but like I don't know necessarily if I buy this whole like I'm sure he'll play, but like Sean McVay saying he's gonna play like 90%, like that does nothing for me because Sean McVay just lies all the time.
Yeah, but
So like, do you agree that
dude,
like there's a chance that he does not play as much as like we think he's going to?
Well, first of all, we're 90, it's not 80 or more. It's all. I mean, they're an 11 personnel team. They're gonna have 3 wide receivers every play. This is just me, but I think that he wants to let Skronik get back to a fill-in role. I think he wants Van on the outside. Well, we'll see if he moves him around much. A-Rob with, I think he's been waiting for this, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I really do.
I guess Robinson's been so bad that like,
They need some juice, man. They got to stretch the field with something. Not stretching the field with Ben Skronik.
I think it's funny. I saw people on Twitter. This is like weeks ago, not like before Van Jefferson even came back. But their offensive line is terrible. But like, I saw people on Twitter being like, "That's why the Rams are struggling is because like they don't have Van Jefferson." All right, which running back are you paying up for on FanDuel Cash? I don't know. I think Pollard and Mostert are locks on FanDuel at their prices. You could get up to a Derrick Henry or a McCaffrey if you wanted to, but I don't think you have to. Also, Matt, I think I don't know what mic you're using, but I think it's like clicking a little bit. I don't know if you can like adjust it or something, or using your AirPod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll switch.
All right, let's go. Terry or Pittman, full PPR. I think I would play Terry. I would avoid using any Colts if I don't need to, other than Jonathan Taylor, just because it's kind of an unknown with Ellinger at quarterback. So if I'm picking one of those, yeah, it sounds better. Someone asked Terry or Pittman for full PPR. I said I think I would take Terry because I would just avoid the Colts other than Taylor if I can.
Yep. At price too, for sure, Terry.
Yeah. Noogs, what's up in the chat? Kamara, Irv Smith, or Mostert, Goddard, FanDuel Cash? Oh man, that's a tough one.
I don't see this one. Say it again. Kamara, Irv Smith. Oh, or Mostert, Goddard.
Mostert, Goddard.
Oh, I mean, I go to the first one. I go Kamara and Irv. I don't like the idea of paying up for Goddard in the spot where they're, they already don't want to pass.
Yeah. Like if I was spending up, which I actually have right now for FanDuel, tight end cash, I would play Kittle if I was playing one of those guys, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Henry Mostert or Jacobs Alvin Kamara. You're taking the second one for cash. I think you're taking the second one. I wouldn't be playing Henry on DraftKings Cash with the Malik stuff. I don't know. It's just there's a chance that they just stink. There's a chance that Malik steals like red zone work and stuff. There's just unknowns that
one of my 5 GPPs is a Malik Willis lineup.
Yeah, I think Malik's a very good tournament play. So would you play Ellinger or Malik in tournaments?
It depends what you're trying to do. I mean, that extra 1,000 can get you some interesting game stats. So I don't know, maybe I should put it out there. So the way I'm using Ellinger for the most part is to just punt the position at like a middling tight end type price at 4K, and then just build some stacks in the lineup and just ignore the fact that you're playing some other guy at quarterback. So when you're trying to do some cool stuff and pay up at different spots, obviously the 1,000 helps you. But in general, Malik Willis should be a fair amount less owned. And then obviously the rushing defense is still pitiful. I mean, Houston is brutal, man. So yeah, the big dog's going to get a lot of that. But I mean, I think if I had to pick, I probably would say Ellinger. I mean, he has better weapons, a better team than Tennessee as well. Not as good of a matchup, but they're at home. I'd say Ellinger overall is better.
Yeah, I think it's a better situation for Ellinger, like you said, weapons wise, and he's kind of known the whole week that he was going to start, as opposed to I mean, I'm sure like they kind of planned, as the week went on with Tannehill, I'm sure they kind of planned for it, but Ellinger knew the entire week that he was going to start. But I do think the situation's a little bit better. I will say, like, I don't know. I mean, Ellinger could be really bad as a thrower, and Malik could be bad as a thrower. Like, we just don't know until we see it. But Malik definitely is a better runner, I think. Like, Ellinger does run, but Malik is like a runner, like
Oh yeah,
he
he's
could
electric.
he's like could be like Lamar, whereas Ellinger, he runs, but not with the speed that Malik Willis has. So I don't know.
Dude,
I
Dewan
do
Drake
have
said Dewan Drake said Terry is a homecoming for him. He's from Indy. We got a friends
oh
and
boy,
family for
dude,
Scary Terry. I like it.
I love Terry McLaurin. Like people seem to
Dude,
like
on
think
turf.
he's not good, but
Shout out to Sam. Yeah, I'm gonna start mentioning turf splits, dude. People don't realize like turf is so, dude. This like I'm a sick person. I was reading. I swear to God, I shouldn't be admitting this. I was reading scientific journal, like athletic journal, reports on the effect of turf versus grass, and it doesn't affect top end speed, but it really affects cutting ability and like cutting agility. So like when I think about players that don't normally play on turf but get to this week, like dude, the two fastest guys at the position in the league, you get Tyreek Hill on turf, you get Mostert on turf. Like as far as changing direction, those guys are just absolute animals. They get to go on turf against the worst defense in the league, an awesome spot. And then you get, I thought of it because of Terry. Dude, Terry on turf, man. Like, I don't know. Watch out.
yeah, I kind of mentioned that to Sam on the podcast we did the other day, but he like Taylor Heineke, like I don't know if you saw the picture of them like in the locker room after the game last week. They were practically like making out. Like Terry,
What?
like yeah, dude, Taylor Heineke, they just have like that bromance, dude. Like Heineke does not care. Like he's just
Yeah,
gonna throw the ball to Terry,
he chucks.
and yeah, like he doesn't care if it gets picked off. Like he could be in triple coverage. Like he's given Terry a chance to
God, man, I want to play Terry. I have no
make the play.
Terry. Dude, he's the same price as Olave, man. It's just like, damn,
Yeah, that's
he's gonna be
tough.
0 owned.
He's not gonna be owned at all. I think that same case could be made for Devontae, though, who we were talking about, because he's, the same price as Tyreek. Like everyone's just going to click Tyreek.
Dude, I'm all in on Devontae. Like it's insane.
It's a good play. It's a really good play. Yeah, audio, we fixed that. That's good now.
Milan says, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So Milan says he's playing CMC today. I think we should spend at least a minute on CMC, kind of our thoughts on that, because he's right there, priced by Henry. What are you doing with Christian McCaffrey this week?
Yeah, I have CMC on one of my DraftKings teams. I was debating him on FanDuel Cash. Like, I don't think he's really a FanDuel Cash play per se, but I mean, you can fit him if you want, and I think it's a really good spot. Like, this would make sense to kind of get him going with Debo out. It's his second week there. Not a terrible matchup, honestly. Like, not great, but not terrible. And you give Shanahan like this whole week to like plan to use him after last. Like, I think he played a bit more than we anticipated last week. So I don't really have any concerns with like his playing time this week. And with Debo out, I think it would make sense to get him going. So I think 8,700 on DK at least for him is a good price. And I think most people. Do you agree? Most people, I guess maybe it changes with the Malik stuff, but most people probably play Henry if they're clicking someone there, right?
They are. Yeah, they're going to play Henry. And I think, it's on the DraftKings website. Like Christian McCaffrey has way more upside. I should say way more upside than Big Dog. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he'll just go for 203, but like, yeah, man, like he's just such more of a DraftKings play. I mean, you get the
So,
babysitter narrative.
C-
Are you up on the
CMT
babysitter narrative?
I saw that. So I think that like Henry has to score multiple touchdowns to
Yeah.
destroy, right? But McCaffrey could destroy without even scoring a touchdown, you know? Like he could catch 10 balls or something. Like that's in his range of outcomes.
Yeah, dude. Luke made a great point. He said McCaffrey's a fantastic late swap off of Henry. I think that's a good point. If you're failing in your 1 p.m. games, you know, especially on some of the chalk that you're failing on early, that's an awesome move just to flip off. If you have the extra, what is it, $300? Leave yourself 300 and get off Henry. Jump to McCaffrey if you're stuck. That's a good point.
Yeah, someone had asked season long Pittman or Wandale. I would play Wandale, honestly.
Wow, would you really?
Yeah,
season
I just
long.
don't know. I
Interesting.
just don't
Wow.
know. I play
Yeah.
season long more like I do DFS though. Like, I don't know. I
Mhm.
just don't know. Pittman could be good or he could just not do anything because Ellinger stinks. But I feel confident in Wandale getting at least like 10 points.
Dude, man, Ellinger though, he looks to the outside like so he can do a quick, like, you know, the little dump off passes to the running backs. He's accurate with those. He's good with, you know, to the flat to running backs. But like this guy goes outside deep, or he scrambles for a little while and either runs or scrambles for a little while and then finds someone on the outside. Like he just looks to the. I mean, I did like a gross amount of like film study on him, and like yeah, he goes to the outside. So I think Pittman and Pierce could both surprise people.
Yeah, I guess like Adams gets even. Dewan's right. Adams gets even another bump because Waller's out. Like
Yeah,
I thought
that's a
Waller
good
was
point.
gonna miss, and then it kind of seemed like he was gonna play. So, but now with him being out,
Dude,
yeah, that bumps Devontae even more.
He's
That's
gonna
a good
crush.
play.
Another guy, by the way, the best route runner in the league, probably, who gets to cut now, you know, on turf. You know, it's just like, I mean, he does at home too in Vegas, but like, yeah, man, like it's just it's a smash.
And it's like he's gonna get going eventually at some point, you know? Like he had that big game week 1, and then it's just kind of been steady. Like at some point he's gonna have a big game.
What point is that? How about today?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Season long pick 3. Okay, so you said pick 3, Nicholas, but you listed 3 people. So
yeah, all 3.
We would just pick those 3.
This guy Mitchell says Walker and Moreau, or Jacobs and Fant. I don't know if it's GPP or cash. Guys, try to make sure you mention that. But I'd say Walker
cash
Moreau. I'd say Walker Moreau.
So I think that's a cash question because I think that's like the 2v2 that most people are debating. So I think Moreau is probably the cash play at this point with Waller out.
Yeah. Man, I just have so much Adams.
Yeah, Adams over Jacobs. For cash, no, I don't think. But tournaments, yes. I wouldn't really play Jacobs in tournaments. I think he's fine for cash if you have him in.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna be building this lineup here in a minute. If you guys have any more questions, like you can post them in there. I'm gonna pull this up here. So we normally go back and forth. So like Sam will pick somebody, I'll pick somebody. So let me see here. I like to lock in this value, and then we can play double quarterback. So that's what I try to do at least. Trying to see what Mostert's price is. Mostert is 53, so I'm gonna put him in. So Matt, obviously it's not legal in Michigan, so you haven't played owner's box, but you get quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end. Yeah, can you see it on the screen there?
Yeah, I got to pull up.
Yeah. 2 flex and then super flex. So there's 50,000 salary cap. Sometimes
defense,
it's
love
been
that.
hard. No defense is great. That's really good. Sometimes it's been hard to play 2 QB, but as the season's gone on, it seems
not
like
this week it ain't. Not this
fucking
fucking week it ain't hard to play 2
Yeah.
2 QBs.
Yeah, that's actually true too. As the season's gone on, the value's been a little bit better. So I think like Mostert and Pollard, we just put those guys in. They're 53 and 54. That's no what stack? I'll let you pick a stack, and then I'll pick a different one for the other one.
I mean, it's definitely not sneaky at all. I just really like the prospects of Miami and Detroit. I like Tyreek and Mostert. That's my kind of favorite combo. I know you're playing like you're literally playing the opposite. You're playing like Waddle
I
and
am. Yeah, I'm
Gesicki.
playing
But I think,
Waddle and Gesicki. Yeah.
dude, but come on, the upside, the speed, I mean, not that
I have
Waddle's so fast.
Mostert in one of my other teams though to like hedge that. So
Okay, yeah, I like ARSB on that for a bring back for sure.
yeah. All right. So we'll put put 2 in, put Tyreek in. Where's St. Brown at? 64. Okay.
It's not bad. Yeah.
No, so we have 49 per position for tight end, 2 flex, and super flex. So I think we can do this with these cheap quarterbacks. So tight end, we just need to find a cheap tight end, which typically is pretty easy.
How much is Sammy E on this
Yeah,
site?
he's 55, I think, and then Malik's 58. So they're kind of closer. Let me see here. We need a cheap tight end. Moreau's 41. It's really cheap. Hudson is 36. You want to get really weird and play Tanner Hudson? 3,600 is like that would be like somebody being 3K on DK.
Right.
Or like
it just could be Mirek. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's not.
If we have the money, let's try Moreau. If we have the money, let's
okay, yeah. So we should be able to do that. So we'll put Moreau in at tight end. So now we have 52. We just need we'll need one cheap receiver somewhere.
What's Van on this website?
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me see if I can find him. 49. So
that doesn't sound that cheap.
Yeah, that's not as cheap as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, we could play my boy from Houston, dude. Maybe. Yeah, Chris Moore's 4K. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Any news on Cooks, by the way, yet? I mean, there should be news, right? We're at the.
Yeah, I mean, even if Cooks is active, Collins is out. So I think it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so put Chris Moore in. He's 4K receiver just for salary, and then we can play either of Ellinger or.
Let's play Malik for the similar price if we got Chris Moore on the other side.
Okay, yeah. So we'll put Malik in at 58, and then we have 58 for a flex, I think. Yeah, 58 for a flex. So I'll read you some guys off, and you can pick. Miles Sanders, Jacoby Myers. Oh, Kenneth Walker's 57. Ramondre's 56. Eno's 54. DJ Moore's 54.
K9, baby.
Yeah, I think it's Kenneth Walker too. So let's put him in. All right, that's pretty good. I actually like that. Normally, Sam and I are on here like arguing about stuff, and we just did that so easy. That's hilarious.
Well, because we're reasonable people, we're not lunatics. We're not crazy people.
Sam's on here like we need to play Marcus Johnson.
No, interrupting every 2 seconds. Yeah. This is the worst.
Dude, that week 1 video we did, that's like in the Hall of Fame. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
all right, I'm entering this for $12 into the 10 their big GPP. So we're gonna
win. Giants run defense is not that good on the road.
See, that's an underrated aspect of this. It's really bad.
And the weather too.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
The most yards per carry they're giving up in the league, Giants, on the road. It's
look at the guys they Kenyon Drake went off against them.
I know. I don't have enough I don't have enough Kenneth Walker. How's that possible, man? Just I'm sick to myself.
So are you concerned, before we get back to these questions, are you concerned at all about Homer? I'm not, but it is a thing. It is a thing.
And it's not, though. Pete Carroll's so excited about Ken Walker, man. That nothing gets him more excited than feeding a guy like him who can just absolutely rip it. Dude, he's going to continue rolling. And it's so cool. He's a classic, Barry Sanders type, where if you just give it to him enough times, he's going to bust one. And it's oh, my God, it's so exciting, dude. Last week, 4th quarter, 69-yard touchdown. It's it's so good.
Yeah. Okay to play Mostert and Hill in the same lineup for cash? Yeah, I think that's fine.
I am. Yeah, I am.
I think that's good.
DeJuan Drake said D-Hop is sneaky. Yeah, man, he's in my main. For now, he's in my main. Yeah.
Just for all the people out there that are watching this, AC is out of town, which is obviously that's why he wasn't on the the cash process this week, but he's like frantically texting me right now that his flight leaves in 7 minutes, and he's like asking me like 2v2 questions, and he's like losing his mind. So just for anyone that wants an update on how that's going, he's like frantically asking me 2v2s.
It's amazing. So, yeah.
Luke, Alvin Kamara. Yeah, this is the spot. This has to be the spot for Kamara. Please. One time. Can he, like, I said it on the podcast earlier. He's always this guy that's like due for touchdown regression because of how they do their team. You know, like he just gets touchdowns taken away from him. But when it hits, it hits. Like that one year we kept doing it, and then he scored like 4 touchdowns on Christmas Day or something. Like when he finally breaks through, he's going to have just a monster game. And I hope it's today. I do.
I have none. I have no Kamara, man.
You have no Kamara?
No, I never do, dude. I never do.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not really
the
Kamara
taste of
guy.
milk thing is just so gross. I just
Yeah,
I don't want to be depressed all day, dude.
You just don't even want to deal with it.
Oh.
Britt Kelly, thanks for watching. Yeah, the last week we didn't pull it up because I'm an idiot and I was running the stream. But now that
CJ says a 2v2 Ken Walker and Foster or Alvin. We already answered that. Alvin, yeah, we said Walker and Foster Moreau. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta mess with my cash team after this because I didn't have Moreau in. So
I love that. Duan Drake, I got to give you some shit. He's like, hey, dude, New York's gonna be drained from that flight, New York to Seattle. Yeah, man. That cross country thing is just starting to be funny to me. It's like, dude, these guys are sitting in like the most luxurious, comfortable air. They're sitting for 5 hours, like watching movies. Like, we're gonna be drained. I mean, unless they're like Russell Wilson, like doing like
they're doing the high knees
the whole time. Like,
dude,
I'm not gonna be drained. I mean, I know there's a time zone difference. I get it, but like the cross country thing, I'm trying to get over that now, man. Like,
the best part of that was Justin Tucker like making fun of Russell Wilson like after their game the other night. Like, dude,
he's the best.
How does someone not call him out on like his own team, like the Broncos? Like, how are they not like?
He's larger than life, man. He's like he's got $200 million contract. He's a dude, like you can't call that guy out.
Yes, not.
It's just like he's out there.
And T-Rex, at least his flight is leaving. Yeah, T-Rex is stuck at the airport too. It's unreal. No, traveling right now is a disaster, dude. I feel like
it's so bad.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Walker might be the leader in score. Yeah, he's. I have him in cash.
That's a nervous guy to fade.
What I'm doing though.
He's like a big dog, you know.
I will say, yeah. I was gonna, that you're right. He breaks off long runs, like, it's like kind of like a Nick Chubb, but he's way cheaper.
Yeah,
you know.
God, man,
it's like he's breaking off like these big runs.
This 2v2 is gonna kill me, man. Do I go back to Alec Pierce and Walker, or do I do Van Jefferson and D Hop?
Who do you have at tight end?
Oh, I got up to Irv Smith. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doc Donkey. Yeah. They passed at the highest rate in the league in the red zone. You know, Arizona just doesn't start in the middle of the field.
I actually think this Moreau stuff like that will lower Irv Smith's ownership. I think.
Yeah, and I'm obviously I don't want to play. I don't want to play Foster Moreau and Devontae. You know.
Yeah.
A little thin, but
man. AC is asking me, so I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. He's asking me what he should do, and then asks me, is that what I'm doing? That like
AC, man.
Yeah, I did.
Let's go. Man.
Leroy, your flight leaves 5 after lock. That's good, but like because you could put your lineups in, but like at the same time that sucks because you're just like like how long is your flight? You're gonna get off the flight like unknowingly how your teams are doing. So it's gonna be like a great news when you get off the flight, or it's gonna be bad news.
Or you just don't be poor, Ben, and you buy the in-flight Wi-Fi. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, but what if he's not like? What if he's flying like a normal airline? I feel like their Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, or like it's texting only or whatever.
Yeah. We're not like Sam around here, but I don't have the private jet like Sam. I can't.
True.
Sam is just. How are we feeling about Foreman? I think he's fine for tournaments. I don't think I ended up with any of him, but
I did actually. Yeah, he just kind of.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I played him last week in a team. Like I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Leroy was at the World Series last night. Are you a Philly fan, or are you a Houston fan? This is what we need to know. That's pretty sick, though. I've never been to the World Series. I didn't go when it was in Cleveland. in 2016, and I regret it. So hopefully one day I'll get there. AC is like so this tilting me so hard.
CJ wants to rank Alvin, Walker, and Mostert. Interesting. I mean, pretty different prices. I would go. You know, I'm different from you. I would go. I'd go opposite order, dude. I would go cheapest. I would go Mostert, Walker, then Kamara. I know that's not what the field would say, but
yeah, I think. I just don't think I'd play Mostert in DraftKings cash. Like I know CJ's been in here for years, so
why?
he plays cash a lot. He's just not gonna be owned. It just doesn't fit the cash build, I don't think. Like I think you're playing Pollard and like Walker. I guess you could if you wanted. You're just gonna have a different build.
Yeah.
But I guess that's
he's gonna be he's gonna be top 5 owned, you know, right? Which I guess isn't saying much, but yeah.
You think? I don't think he will be, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pollard will be higher. I think Walker.
Top 5.
I think Kamara. I think Jacobs. I could see Foreman getting there. I could see Pierce getting there. I think he might be a little lower owned on DK than you think, which is good for you because you're playing him a lot, right?
He's in 100% of my lineups.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Nah, I mean, dude, the Lions are just they have no contain. Like
they're bad. They're
Miami
really bad.
runs an outside zone run scheme to set up everything. So they're going to run outside zone run scheme. We have 0 contain. We have no speed. He's on turf. He's going to just run past everyone. Like, I don't know.
Oh. So now you're tilting me because he's not in my main tournament team.
Yeah, I mean, I just.
But I'm leaving it. I don't care. Leroy's a Phillies fan. Nice, dude. That's sick. I'm rooting for the Phillies. Obviously, we don't like cheaters, so we don't like the Astros. And Leroy, I'm actually like, I don't know if Mike's in here. He's in our Discord, but I bet the Eagles to win the Super Bowl in July. And so I'm just like the biggest Eagles fan. And then we did an FSGA draft where we did futures, and I have like Eagles. I have like all Eagles futures in that. So I'm just like the biggest Eagles fan of all time this year, Leroy. So if you're an Eagles fan, I'm a fan.
Philly, man. Yeah, like half of my family's from
Philly. How about that?
So I'm a big secondary Philly team guy.
Well, they're better to watch than Detroit right now, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're the worst. Yeah. Looks like he's saying
liking Henry less with Malik.
Yeah. I like him a little bit less. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think I like him a little bit less. I don't know. I can't confirm this. I saw somebody tweet something about his anytime touchdown numbers dropped a little bit. Not crazy. Like he's still like minus 130, minus 140 to score, but he was like minus like 170, I think, and it moved down a little bit just because their team, like the offense could just move worse, and then you have the threat of if they get close, like Malik taking, the red zone carries. So I do like him a little bit less, but I still think he's fine for tournaments. Oh, Leroy watches all the time. Look at this. I'm glad. I'm gonna make you. We need a VIP, Travis. We need a VIP list in here. And we'll put Leroy on there, Sierra Man, and we'll see. Oh, Bo's an MSU alumni, Matt. How about that?
Me too, Bo. It's tough out here, man. Class of 08, depressed. Yeah, my brother out there.
Class of 08. What was I doing in 08? I was in.
Fucking asking your mom to wipe your butt, probably.
Yeah, no. I'm not that young. I was. I don't know. What was I? Like 6th grade or something? I think I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, I was graduating, dude. Wow, man, that's incredible. I'm so much more experienced than you, dude. I'm just.
You really are.
Yeah.
You really are. Matt has. Yeah. T-Rex, but T-Rex, you're like kind of like staff, so that's not the same. That's not like the same
shit.
thing.
Bo says he's 09. Let's go, Bo. Let's go.
Dude, you might like have walked past Bo like
my
unknowingly,
best friend Bo. That's like
and then now he's like watching you on this like stream. That's pretty crazy.
That's like a Garth Brooks on my best friend Bo or whatever. Yeah, that's my boy.
Seahawks D or Niners D, Mitchell? Wow.
Niners.
Yeah, I would say Niners, but I don't know. Danny Dimes has been good, but like he just feels like the guy that's like he's gonna like throw a pick 6 or something. Oh, Leroy. Okay. Yeah, I know you. I see your message in Discord. Okay, I know who you are. You just didn't have the same name, so. Am I wrong though? Like Danny Dimes is like due to like throw some interceptions or something at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, he can't keep getting.
absolutely.
It's like the Breaking Bad. Like he can't keep getting away for this. There's just
Yeah,
no way.
exactly.
He cannot keep doing this.
Luke says I'm only playing one lineup in the Millie, Mostert or Pollard. I mean, you have to go Mostert then. I mean, if you're playing one, I mean, you're not trying to min cash for like freaking $7. I mean, you gotta run Mostert there over Pollard. Pollard's going to be the highest owned player of the week. So Millie, gotta
Yeah.
go Mostert.
Yeah. Ron, cheap receiver. Matt and I both like Van Jeff on DK. He's min price. And then I like Chris Moore at 34. Like we'll wait and see on the Cook stuff. I just don't see how Cooks like plays a full game. I mean, like he practiced in full all week and then they said he's questionable. Like that's just not a good sign.
You could see the mid game pull too, man. Like if
Yeah.
put him
Even
on
if he
ice,
is active.
traded.
Yes.
Yeah, front
for
offices do that during games too, man. Like
Mhm.
they'll make the call. Bo says we were at Rick's the same night, dude. Rick's was just electric. I mean, no one goes to Rick's anymore. It's a sad state of affairs. That's the best bar for sure. Pats. Okay, so defense hour. Pats or Commanders in cash. If you have the 400, it's Pats, dude.
Yeah.
Zach,
for sure.
let's talk about someone who's willing to blow. I mean, Zach Wilson's about. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
Zach Wilson's horrible.
losing all of his weapons. I mean, Corey Davis is not playing now. Is Elijah Moore even playing? I mean, they're just kind of sitting him.
I think he is active.
Obviously, they lost
all.
Brees Hall, so he lost his electric outlet pass to Brees.
Yeah, pour one out for Brees, man.
Yeah, man.
God,
He's so
we just can never have nice things. Sucks.
Patriots is my main lineup defense right now.
Yeah, Patriots are a really good play.
We didn't talk about D-Hop. I mean, are you like on him, or are you just like, oh, he's a good player? Are you actually on D-Hop?
Well, I have him on 1 of 3, so I'll be over the field.
I think he crushes. I do.
I just feel so safe, like
yeah,
he's gonna get, he's just gonna get so many targets. I don't know, and they've always had that connection, right? Like think back to like when Hopkins first got traded there. Yeah. I mean, he was instantly going off like every week. Like normally that doesn't happen when you get a wide receiver on a new team. That's
Plus
not like a rookie,
around. Like Cliff is such a fake sharp, but they actually moved him around. He played half of his snaps, in the slot. Like they moved him around last week, which they normally never do.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the state of situation with the receivers right now. I think you're going to see.
I just feel so safe.
Yeah, Robbie's going to be on the outside. Rondale's going to be back to the slot. I just think, and that secondary is so rough, man. He's going to beat up on his former teammate Pat Pete probably.
Yeah. All right, a couple more minutes, guys, and we'll get out of here. We gotta go. I gotta go figure out what I'm doing in my lineups. Fine to have Ellinger and Commanders in the same lineup for cash. Yeah, I don't worry about that stuff for cash. It doesn't matter to me. Pats versus Jets straight up pick. Oh God. Who do you think wins that game? That's just a terrible game.
You might mean the DST, I think.
Okay, if you mean DST and you have the money, I would play Pats.
Yeah.
Straight up, I mean, I would say Patriots, but I mean, what, like, they couldn't beat the Bears at home. Like, what, it's like, what's going on over there?
I think Pats win.
Nicholas, we're confused. Can you repost? Like, we're confused about your question because you're asking me to pick 3, but you're naming 3 players. So if you can like clarify, is there other players for us to choose from, or do you mean pick 2? If you mean pick 2 and it's Pollard, Stevenson, Pierce, I think I would pick Pollard. Wow. I think Pollard and Pierce, Matt. I don't know. You disagree with that?
Yeah. I think no, I don't. I think there's risk that if they Pats play from ahead, that Damian Harris can get more run.
There's more risk with Stevenson than there is Pierce, I think. Especially with like this whole Cooks thing. Like they could just really run the ball, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Schultz or Moreau, you already have Adams and Kamara. I don't love Schultz really, but I guess him. You would have, if you're double stacking Raiders, you have to play Carr at that point, I think. So there's no point to play 2 of them and not have Carr.
Luke says Daniel Jones plus Wandale stack. I mean,
okay, Nicholas meant pick 2. Thank you. Yeah, so it's Pierce and Pollard for me.
I don't love it, Luke. I get it, but I don't love it.
Luke, I think small field I
this
would
week.
not play that. But
Yeah, plus
if you're
not
playing
this week.
like Millie Maker or like, you know, what like that $33 5 max, you know, stuff like that, I think you can do that. But small field I try to play a little bit more chalky, I guess. You don't have to get as weird anyways.
Yeah.
For a pick'em league. Yeah, so Pats Jets for a pick'em league, Colts Commanders for a pick'em league.
Pats and Colts.
Just disasters. Yeah, I would pick Pats and Colts, but God, that could easily just not. They both could lose. That's just,
You know, this is fun. This would go when Robert said Barkley or Big Dog for cash. I mean, obviously Big Dog seems like the cash play. He does. But like, dude, I want to stress again. I'm excited about Barkley, and I don't think I even have him, but I don't know, man. I think it's a sneaky save.
Matt, do you remember our argument about Barkley before week 1?
Yeah, I know. I capitulated. I played him a bunch of times. It's all good.
No, you did. I just think it's funny. Like, it's so often that these things are wrong, but like Barkley has been getting like the insane workload. So
no one's playing him this week, dude. Right? Like,
yeah, I know.
No
it's just like he was chalk for like 3 weeks in a row, and then like everyone's like on to like the new sexy thing.
Dude, Barkley and CMC are so elite. Like this week,
They are.
I wish.
I love CMC.
I might over enter and start building some way more control.
I think you can swap on to CMC. You can build with CMC too because he's 8,700. So then, you know, if you need to swap or whatever, like you can. Like, you know.
True. Yeah, man.
There's so many guys you can move to.
Yeah, there's so many good. This might be the best week of the year, I think, for GPPs, man.
Yeah, like, it is. Really it's so much better than the last few weeks. This is not good. You know, like last week. I mean, I said it on the other video, but my tournament teams, I won cash, but my tournament teams were so bad last week. I literally had to make an afternoon only lineup. I mean, it's just disastrous.
Oh yeah, we can still hit the nuts. Play the afternoon.
Yeah,
play the showdown.
Dude, I said that we need to be playing this, dude. I think there's an edge. I crushed and had DK.
I got an early only teed up for.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you had done that before. I played DK Metcalf and he got hurt and I crushed. I was like, how is this possible?
Yeah, no, there's.
I think
there's money.
I think there's an edge.
Yeah, there is.
It's actually a fun there's actually a fun slate of like late games today too. I think you could. I might have to. If you guys are in Discord, I'll post an afternoon only lineup. Maybe
yeah, let's do it. I might do it too.
Yeah, we'll see how Detroit Miami's going. Because if it's 10-7, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah, then we're going to be entering thousands. I mean, we'll look at if Devontae's crushing. I mean, I'll just be happy and drinking, and I won't even care. But yeah, if I'm stuck, I'll build a late. Yeah. Late news: Amoner's active, Dalton Schultz active. No Brown's out. Who cares? Do you think that matters that Darrell Williams is active? I mean, no one's playing Eno Benjamin anyways, but.
Yeah, I'm not playing any Eno. I would prefer him to be out if I was playing Eno, though.
Juwan is in. Troutman is out. We saw what Juwan did last week with 2 touchdowns. In my non-Olave, my non-Olave lineups, I'm playing Juwan. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good play. Yeah, Jim wants afternoon. Yeah, I'll post one. Matt, maybe we'll see. If you're in the Discord, I'll post one in there. But thank you guys for watching. I think we answered all the questions. It's almost noon, so we're gonna head out of here. We're gonna go figure out. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing in my teams. AC finally, I think his flight took off. He stopped blowing my phone up, so that's good. Yeah. So good luck in week 8. We appreciate you guys watching. Get in the Discord. It's free. dfskarma.com/chat. You won't be able to see the premium channels, but you can get in the regular channels for free. And yeah, I mean, there's still time to sign up if you want access. You can get my core plays, Matt's, Sam's hungover core plays. You can get Anthony's late flight core plays on the website. I think dfskarma.com/NFL is still the link for the NFL packages. Good luck in week 8, and we'll see you guys next week.